the rhyme. I don't know. Starting in the top right corner of the map. Not Tasteless, but instead Moon, the blue Zerg.
And his opponent spawning across from him on Antigua Shipyard. It is Millennium's ForGG spawning as the Red Terran.
And I gotta say, you know, for anyone who hasn't seen ForGG in the past, or maybe hasn't had the pleasure of watching him today, this guy does crazy stuff. He's like the least standard Terran out there. Him and Tasia, I gotta say, probably my favorites to watch, and definitely my favorites to cast.
Yeah, I really like TVZ as a matchup. Depending on the players, TVP can be very fun to watch. ZVZ has come a long way, certainly. Admittedly, I think that PvP is somewhat boring when you don't have players like MC, players like, I don't know, of the Europeans, I really think that Baby Knight makes the most enjoyable PvPs, because his Blink Micro is so freaking good.
We did a show match of Whiterun versus Feast, who are both in DreamHack, guys. I personally have kind of got my fingers crossed, hoping to see them fight each other again. Just kind of like, oh, well, I lost the show match to your Feast, I'll win this time.
Alright, let us get going. I have the updated results from somebody much smarter than me in terms of how people will actually be inflicted by this match and the result of it. So, if Moon ends up taking this, he goes on regardless. If Moon ends up losing this, he goes on. He will be placed in the second seed, however. If Bling wins versus Harstem, I believe that Bling will be through if ForGG loses this match. If Bling ends up losing versus Harstem, ForGG did take that series, so he will advance regardless. This map would be determined 100% for seeding purposes only. Both players would be through. So, if you guys are a Bling fan, if you give... Oh,
Okay, well, I don't know what happened to Panda. Hopefully he didn't just shoot himself.
No, I'm okay. That was both of my windows closing.
It scared me a little bit coming through your mic.
Yeah, I was scared. I don't...
Well, you guys haven't missed much. There's a little bit
missed
of
much. There's an SCV being chased around by a drone. It is so low. And ForGG is completely nonchalant about the fact that this is happening.
Well, he did pull the two SCVs to deal with this. He threw it back on the command center. I mean, I don't think he really cares. One miner for one miner. Equally lost mining time. But he is continuing with his production. Oh, actually repairing the SCV now.
So he will be able to get out here completely scot-free, as the command center has gone down first. Will ForGG follow up with mech or bio? We've seen him play primarily bio-oriented styles in the past couple TVZs we've casted of his in his games against Targa, which he lost, actually, 2-0. So playing against Moon, I'm not actually sure how I would classify his ZVT in relation to Targa. I would assume, based on his results previously, especially considering that he was a Warcraft 3 legend of the likes of Grubby, that he would be quite the solid player. Obviously dedicating all of his time to SE2 now, as has been for quite a while.
So with Reactored Hellions being the clear choice here, do you think we're going to see a quick Banshee follow-up?
Yes. I think that's the most common, considering that we had 2 gases taken. But, and I'm assuming this is going to be with Cloak too. The other thing that could happen is...
2 Zerglings actually rampant in the base right now.
Yeah, immediately pulling SCVs to deal with this. And this is that gas first that I was talking about. ForGG is playing ridiculously risky, guys. He is basically acknowledging the fact that his opponent will not punish him for not getting a single Marine on the field before the first couple Hellions are in production. How I think he's going to follow this up, I think it's going to be a Cloakless Banshee followed up by 2 eBays, and he does actually get an SCV kill.
Yeah, that low SCV from earlier, not fully repaired up, does poke that down.
Very nicely done. As the Zergling doesn't get away scot-free. Lost a little bit of health, but that'll regen. He's Zerg banned. Who cares?
With 3 Queens and a Spine Crawler at the top of this ramp, it's going to be difficult for ForGG to get in here and do a lot of damage with these Hellions.
Yeah. With the delayed gas, I was kind of expecting to see a Roach Warren put down, but we have these 2 additional gas starting right away. I think this is going to be for Mutalisk off of 2 base. He's going to take a 3rd behind this, and this will really shut down the Banshees, especially with these Queens out. But his layer timing is really going to depend on what he will be taking up to. We do have Cloak, however, coming from ForGG, which makes me think he might be going for a little bit of a heavier tank play behind grabbing himself a 3rd base relatively soon.
Yeah, he's got to be careful though. If he doesn't get wind of those Mutalisks, I mean, the weakest thing to deal with when you've got Banshee, you've got 100 Hellions on the map, you'll have no anti-air.
Yeah. First couple Hellions are making their way straight up into the main base.
Oh, but an Evolution Chamber block. Joe's trying to get a surround off here.
Very nicely done by Moon there. Oh, the third Hellion wasn't actually picked off.
Oh, and he actually will snipe a couple more drones if he does this correctly. But oh, getting chased around pretty hardcore by these queens, denying a lot of mining time if nothing else. For one more volley, will fry quite a few drones. Total of 10 workers killed through all that. Very nice. Good trade for those.
Regardless of how many Hellions died, this was crucial for ForGG. He saw the fact that speed has not been completed. If he was looking closely, he would have seen that it wasn't even on the way. Instead, Moon take a really fast layer to go for mutas. And here comes the Cloak Banshee. Layer has complete so he can morph it into Overseer.
He's gotta be careful. Oh, look at all these Zerglings responding
Yeah.
to the field. Sure, they don't have speed, but there's only 4 Hellions at home. They could easily deal with this if microed correctly.
You don't even take damage, potentially, from...
Oh, and look at this. Off creep, yeah. But
oh, he's actually going for surround! And
He's
ForGG not paying attention immediately.
Yeah, still, he's just microing the Banshee. The Overseer does arrive. He's gonna chase that Banshee off. Banshee does escape with 14 health, 9 kills, but the Zerglings are still needing to be cleaned up. Hellions chasing them down.
Yeah, the Overseer did put an end to the Banshee harass. How many kills?
Oh my goodness.
9 kills.
19 workers killed.
So 10 from the Hellions, 9 from the Banshees. He can be pretty safe with that. And he can even deny this third for a little bit, possibly.
Yeah, despite having that many drones picked off, Moon still has the lead. 48 drones to 40 workers of ForGG. And I keep trying to call it tasteless. I don't want to.
Just put the name change. Put the nameplate up. Even if you're not the one streaming, it helps me a lot of time when I don't, when I forget who we're actually casting.
I should do that, but I can't sort that out right now as we're already in this match. I don't want to miss a minute of the action. And Moon already starting this huge creep spread. We see waves and waves of tumors already on the map.
I like the way that Moon is defending this. He has an Overseer positioned with 2 additional Queens right on the ridge here. He has yet to scout the third base going down. Yeah, he has no knowledge of his opponent's third base, but he knows that mutas are most likely on the way here. Moon even grabbing 2 Evo chambers to get some upgrades on the way, but 3 Banshees.
4 reactor barracks is going to have no problem producing enough arrays to deal with these Mutalisks.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, the Overseer really needs to get here ASAP as the Banshees are going to town on this mineral line in the main base. 31 kills already.
Just slagging all these drones left and right. Mutalisks do arrive. These Banshees won't have a chance to escape.
If he loses all 3, he's going to be put in a relatively bad position.
Oh, pulling one back, sacrificing to save the other.
Yeah.
Not bad choice.
Very nice.
Bringing the worker kill total up to 37 right now. He is just going to town on the mineral line. And look at this push we have coming across the map. Will he catch these Mutalisks? He should see them. Marine here ready to fight. They do have stim, but not using it just yet.
And this is a lot of units out here from ForGG. He really delayed his third base so he could make this push do damage. He wants to deal as much damage to his opponent's third as possible because he's delaying his own for so long.
Oh, and sniping off the Overseer along the way
too.
too.
The Banshee will most likely be coming in to follow us up.
Oh, and pushing up into the third. These drones are all forfeit with these Hellions here. Grouping up with, trying to run away from the Marines.
Oh my gosh.
Not gonna work.
The Marines overstimmed a little bit, but there's still too many Marines, especially healed by these medevacs for those Mutalisks to take it on.
9 workers! I can't believe it. ForGG getting such crazy kills right now, along with that hatchery.
Yeah. And this is beautiful timing on the push from from ForGG, because his opponent was making primarily drones in order to deal with the amount of drones killed by the Banshees.
Oh, look at those transfusions going down on the Mutalisks. He does keep it alive through these Marines, and he'll get both of these medevacs.
Very nice.
Well, it's such an expensive cost.
Yeah, losing that third base as a Zerg player, it's not happy. It's not a happy time.
Meanwhile, ForGG getting his orbital up, his third orbital, and another large Marine contingency moving up on the map. No engineering base for, double engineering base, but no tech researching yet.
And immediately the missile turret building SCB died. However, without mutas,
defenseless at home.
Even with mutas, Moon's going to need to rely on epic Baneling control in order to take this. With pickup in these medevacs and no Mutalisks at home. Yeah, here he is actually flying back with a Mutalisk. If Moon can defend this,
only fly into their death at this point. There's just so many Marines there.
Moon can try and get back into this game with an absolutely clutch hold, but the likeliness of it happening is rather slim.
He's actually going to deny this third for quite a while here with this overlord.
Yeah. Very nice multitasking from ForGG so far. Oh, and the mutas are running into more Marines.
One falls, two falls, three will not pop, but definitely catching two Mutalisks. Keeping his opponent on two base, no macro hatchery to be seen. Moon definitely in a lot of trouble right now.
Yeah. He does have upgrades on the way. Unfortunately, they're about at the same time as his opponents.
22 Banelings.
Yeah.
But the problem is right now, ForGG's got a real nice economy going for him. Let's assume these Banelings take out every single Marine. Highly unlikely, but let's assume every single Marine falls. He's still going to be able to just reproduce them all.
That's true. And Siege Mode is completing relatively soon. I'm assuming that's what Moon's waiting for, as long as this 1-1 finishes in time, to just push across the map. He's getting a second factory on the way to continue to produce even more siege tanks than he normally would be able to. The armory will help him get +1, but also continue with his bio upgrades. The third base for Moon is just now coming down. He not only lost all the drones there, lost the active third base, but he's
the
now
missile turret in ForGG's third's
not quite finished.
They will snipe a couple SCVs, but these Marines, of course, are right here, ready to go.
Oh.
And no cancel on the turret either.
It's so sad. Like, you feel so sad for Moon right now, because these Mutalisks now only have 4 people. It's like this guy and his 3 buddies. So many of his brothers died this day.
They could go start a band, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 people is just right. I don't think Mutalisks could play the bass, though. No arms. It'd be a little difficult.
The Dejected Mutalisks? That'd be a good band name.
They'd be pretty good at drums, though, but oh my god, look at how many Banelings are in the natural Moon right now. Holy moly.
Moon likes Banelings.
45 on the field, 17 morphing in, guys.
He has to catch his opponent when he has not sieged his tanks up.
It has to be on creep as well. There's no way he'll get anything. But look at this pre-sped by ForGG. I mean, the tanks are nice, the Marines are even better.
Yeah. I mean, all of his production is just really amping up. Is that Tekleb blocking?
This is actually kind of scary.
Yeah. Tasia actually has his future tanks, unfortunately, being blocked. He is sending in a couple changelings here. Discada has opponents.
Tasia isn't in this game.
ForGG.
It's okay, you're up 12 hours. It's forgivable. Tanks are unsieged right now, though. This is Moon's time to shine.
Oh, and here comes all the Banelings. Tanks are sieging up at this point. Beautiful spreads, though.
Oh, Banelings just had 9 Marine numbers, but there's just too many Marines.
He needed to leave Banelings left over that engagement. The Marines will clean up the remaining 2 Mutalisks, and that was Moon's shot to get back in here.
That was the last stand, yeah.
Meanwhile, there's a drop in the main base that Moon has to take care of. He only has 10 Zerglings in the production tab. 24 now.
Yeah, with this drop, we should see the GG, because